turning the pages of my life, walking the path so many paced a million times. Drown out the voices in the air, leaving the ones that never cared, picking the pieces up and building to the sky. My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? My patience is waning. Is this entertaining? Got this feeling, yeah, you know, that I'm losing all control. Is this magic in my bones? Got this feeling in my soul. My Santa Claus knows. Is this magic in my bones? There goes my mind. There goes my mind. There goes my mind. Is this magic in my bones?
Hello, how are you? As you see, I'm fine for now. Um, I was not planning on making this video, or at least this first part, which is to address other channels. I don't like to, I've done it maybe 2 or 3 or 4 times before, but I've been here for almost 15 years, over 10,000 videos, so I mentioned it 2 or 3 or 4 times, that's nothing. And I was not planning on mentioning other people's information again, but I get so many, I mean, probably 200 a month messages from you um, asking confirmation about other channels on YouTube, or, not even on YouTube, other places, other websites. Is this a Caristus sponsored channel? Because they're talking about Caristus. Are these your guys? They're not. So let me tell you something to clarify once and for all. Any channel on YouTube or any other platform or websites talking about Caristus, talking in the name of Caristus, are fake. They don't know anything. What happened? That's sometime in the past 10 to 15 years, they came across our information and they took upon themselves to be one of us. And you can tell by their information that they're very confused. Their channels, some pretty big channels, 100,000 subscribers or more, others small, men, women, all of them are delusional people. People either they want attention, they love the attention, and they found out that talking about the Caristus gives them attention and views. And whatever else. Sometimes they just want, they lack self-esteem. And by talking about the Caristus and then reading the comments on their videos, they get that self-esteem. Let me tell you something. The first time anybody talked about Caristus, the Caristus, was me. This probably like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, was me. Nobody else. There are channels out there posting our videos. And that's fine. Posting our information. But they don't talk in the name of Caristus. They don't talk in my name, the name of the Caristus. They don't talk. They don't make up stuff. They just post our videos. Those may be Caristus hybrids. I'm not going to tell if they are or not. But if they just post our videos, that's fine. Now, if there are channels out there, and there are a few, talking as if they are Caristus or Caristus hybrids, fake. There's just people making up stuff as they go. They have no information, they don't know the truth, they don't know anything. Just come up with stuff, because like I said, either they lack self-esteem and they get it through the comments and the views, or they're sociopaths. They're certainly liars, because they don't know what they're talking about, and they know they don't know what they're talking about. They're lying to themselves and they're lying to you. But that's how they get their daily dose of self-esteem, and they want views, or I don't know if they make money through the videos. That's how they do it. Any channel that's talking about the car issues in the name of car issues is fake. Only I talk in the name of the car issues. No other channel. I repeat, other channels that just post our videos and leave it at that. They just post our videos and they don't talk, they don't say any words, they just post our videos. That's fine. Any channel other than this one that talks about car issues history, experiences, anything to do with car issues, and they put either their face or their voice into it, they're fake. These are just delusional people that came across our information and decided to turn into their own history, their own version of what the car issues are and do and will become. So be careful who you're watching out there, because nobody talks in the name of the car issues about the car issues and what we're doing, except for me. That's it. I was the first one to talk, to give the world, tell the world about the car issues, and there's nobody else allowed to do it anywhere, internet or newspapers or radio, other than me, because they don't know. Nobody. So you choose. And there's a lot of people, sending me messages. They're, like subscribe to those channels of these people that are talking the name of car issues. Then at the same time, they're sending me messages thinking I have something to do with those channels. They don't separate. They think it's all the same. It's not the same. So if you're, subscribed to these channels that are talking about the car issues, don't send me messages, because obviously you're not putting two and two together. So that's that, and I hope you understand. I'm not going to name channels or people. Some of them are just nice people. They just like the attention. Some are not nice people. Nevertheless, if they're talking, don't listen. Or listen if you want. It's none of my business. But you're not getting the real information. There are a few channels out there, including the History Channel, which is huge. There's millions of people watching the History Channel. Recently decided to start talking about something I was talking about almost 10 years ago. Do you remember when, I think it was 2015, so 7 years ago, I posted a video about how Earth, the planet, got rainbows, because rainbows did not exist on planet Earth. Remember, I made a video about how the four brothers had one wish each. The goddess asked the four brothers for a wish, and Azazel asked for rainbows, just like in Jupiter, and the goddess allowed that and created the rainbows on Earth. Remember that? Let me show you a little bit of the video. This was 2015, 7 years ago.
justicia social, decidió poner en marcha su proyecto de levantamiento general contra el sistema colonial opresivo. 1780 fue un año memorable porque se dio inicio al proceso de nuestra independencia.
Take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland.
Be the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Hey, what if this rainbow doesn't exist, and it's just in our imagination?
Believe the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
You're probably wondering if this is a scene from that new Skittles Super Bowl ad that they're only showing to one single person. I'm kind of wondering that myself.
Exclusive the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
This is Malcolm, also known as Zebo. Everything he touches turns into Skittles.
Skittles, taste the rainbow.
So you can take this, and I'll take the Skittles. Oh. Okay.
What are you doing? Well, I can see you've eaten all the Skittles. Good luck getting to sleep tonight.
Want the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Be the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Recently, this guy is famous, apparently. I've seen him a lot of times in YouTube videos, and this guy started talking about rainbows. Suddenly, obviously, it's not the first time we see History Channel and other important channels that pick up on our information and then turn our information to their own version. Even they don't know what they're talking about, but they pick up on this, on our information, add a little bit more. They have script writers. But this guy is one of these guys that shows up on the Ancient Aliens series. Start talking about rainbows. Nobody was talking about rainbows other than the people of the Weather Channel before I did, which was 2015, and the relation with the Carissus and the goddess. Now they are. Let me show you this.
And what I've done is say that the human body can be spun into a vortex of energy. You can accelerate the vibration of the body until it manifests ultimately as 5-colored rainbow light, what they call the rainbow body. The body dissolves, leaving behind only hair, toe, and fingernails, which have no nerves to be transmuted.
The intensity of stupidity that is looking back at you is just amazing. The enormity of their stupidity is just overwhelming.
This is also taught in 13 star systems, including our own. This teaching did not originate on Earth. It came from the stars. They don't name the star systems, but we can bet it involves Sirius, Orion, the Pleiades. That's a very good place to start.
Stop it. Get some help.
Right? Exactly.
Fuck you.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah, this is what it's all about. And
they talk about the star people. They have artifacts that were given to them by star people.
Exactly. And they furthermore tell you that the only way you're getting off this rock is to achieve this rainbow body.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
Tell you that the only way you're getting off this rock is to achieve this rainbow body, the resurrection body, the glory body, the light body. But what I've done is...
How do they make your face go bigger on the wall, and when the popcorn and the coming truck and butter in the same truck, and why and how and how?
Well, then let's just come over here to the Christian example. Why is it when Jesus is shown in his resurrected form in his glory body, he's always got rainbows around him, or he's sitting on a rainbow? Well, it's because I believe he's achieved the rainbow body.
Stop it. Get some help.
Well, it's because I believe he's achieved the rainbow body.
See this guy, famous for the Ancient Alien series. This guy, this video from this guy was posted on this guy's channel. See this guy, famous for the Ancient Alien series.
That the only way you're getting off this rock is to achieve this rainbow body.
Who is he? Well, he's a guy who happens to be a friend, or at least an acquaintance, of one of the 72s right now, of this group of 72s.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows, has the face.
So you see, we have this 72 right now, belonging to this group of 72. Who knows? This guy and this guy posts a video of this guy
that the only way you're getting off this rock is to achieve this rainbow body.
talking about rainbows, which was first mentioned as something more than just a weather by me. See the circle?
It's only the beginning.
See the circle? So they're getting information from different sources related to the cause and the car issues, and then they come up with these things. So be careful who you're listening to, because he's talking now about rainbows, but then he's going to give you all the bullshit, fake information that they make up, just because they picked up on our information. In this case, about rainbows, there's more. And then they take it from there, and they're lying about rainbows, the meaning of rainbows, and whatever else they want to talk about. But it's not new to remember the Alien Races book, which I published first time some 14 years ago, when I still had a lot of hair and less wrinkles. That was 14 years ago, I believe. Before, if you were on YouTube in 2008, 9, YouTube started in 2015. So it was 3 years after, 3-4 years after YouTube started. It was a different kind of YouTube, nothing to do with this right now. It was like the Wild West of the internet video platforms. Anyway, and around that time, 2008, people on the, I don't know you want to call it, UFO community, alien community, whatever. This was 2008, 2009. They believed there was 10 races of aliens. That was it. There was the Greys, the tall Greys, there was these ones, the Pleiadians, and reptilians. Like maybe 10 at most. The more popular aliens are like 5 or 6. And that was it. That was the alien world at the time, 2008, 2009. And then I presented the world with the Alien Races book, which I showed dozens and dozens of different alien races, and said there's not dozens. I'm showing you dozens, but there are millions of different alien races. That was a bomb, big shock at the time. I told you the Alien Races book first was introduced just as a PDF file for people to read, and then right after I showed it on video at the time, one of our 14 channels that we had, and that video went within 3-4 months, had millions of views and millions, and our channel was growing at such a rate that we deleted it, because, like I said, information is not for the world. We're looking for 72 people at a time, not 72 million or 72,000. And so the channel was, we decided to delete the channel. There was an explosion back there, normal. But like I was saying, we decided to stop that. Right after, a former Minister of Defense of Canada went on TV and said this.
Hello, welcome to Sophie & Co. I'm Sophie Shevardnadze. Paul Hellyer served as the Canadian Minister of Defense in the 1960s, shaping the country's armed forces for years to come. He became the first cabinet-level politician from a G8 country to publicly state that there is extraterrestrial life present on Earth.
Well, you have the first question you have to ask is how many species are there? And I used to think there were, between 2 and 12. But the latest reports that I've been getting from various sources are that there are about 80 different species. And some of them look just like us, and they could walk down the street and you wouldn't know if you ran, walked past one.
Like I was saying, till then I was only like 5 to 10 alien races that were popular. Nobody was talking about all these other races, only us. With the Alien Races book. Then even the former Minister of Defense of Canada, not just anybody, not like a conspiracy theorist, Minister of Defense of Canada, started talking about dozens and dozens of alien races after we published the Alien Races book. So you see, there's a lot of people picking up on our information and then making their own version of our information. You have people, this channel, like I said, these channels on YouTube talking the name of the car issues, even though they're not, they have nothing to do with us. You have these guys talking about rainbows. I already explained to you how they pick up this information. Even ministers of defense, a guy nobody knew who he was until the day he came out and started talking about dozens, hundreds of whatever he said at the time of different alien races, not only 5 or 10. All these people pop up after we present information. So if the information is not coming from me or from our channel or websites, then take it with a huge grain of salt, like a ton grain of salt. Nobody speaks for us. Only I or someone else on this channel.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
12 years ago, I was warning you about this. Prepare yourselves for the 2017, 2017-2022 period, because I knew it was coming. And for these 12 years, I've been warning you. The world is going to be completely upside down. It's going to be something. After this period and during this period, the world will never be the same. It will be completely different. And then, among other things, you got COVID. Well, that changed the world completely in a big way. You're still aware. Are you still aware how the world changed, or you already got used to the lockdowns and all the vaccines, forced vaccines, all this shit that happened with COVID? Hopefully you're not used to it and you just accept it. It's part of life. No, it's not part of life. This turned the world upside down, and everything you believed in and trusted and your normal life, your daily life, everything was caput, finito. And now you have here the war in Ukraine. The world is freaking out. It's affecting all kinds of things around the world. Energy, food. Nobody was expecting this 12 years ago. But I was telling you, 2017, 2022, the world will be completely different during and after. But now there's people on YouTube talking about, this period, since 2017, and now they're talking, this year, 2022. Now they're all talking about it.
Mark my words, and I hate to say it, but I'm making the big prediction right now. I'm sounding the alarm. I'm screaming from the rooftops. And I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that you're getting a heads up and you'll have some time to prepare. The bad news is that it's actually happening. It's imminent. It's a mathematical certainty, and it's going to affect absolutely everyone. This is global, and keep in mind that I am from the United States. I'm filming this on May 27th, 2022. This will definitely affect the Western world, but it's going to affect the global population as a whole. The cost of everything is about to skyrocket, far more so than it already has, and there are going to be food shortages throughout the world. By the end of June, and certainly by the end of July, you will start to see that there are many products that you'll struggle to be able to purchase because they won't be available, and the cost of everything will continue to go up far more so than it already has. Now, there are a variety of reasons why all of this is happening, and I'm convinced that it's not happenstance. Now, between $30 trillion in debt, which is so astronomically high, because that's all they've done. They just printed. That eventually leads to inflation, the cost of everything increasing. But there's another factor, which is the cost of fuel. Everything we purchase is shipped by, whether it be truck, train, or automobile, or airplane. Everything runs on fuel. So as the cost of fuel goes up, everything goes up.
Now they're all talking about it. I've been talking about it for a long time. Again, we tell you what's going to happen as best as I can, or I'm allowed to, ahead of everyone else. And there's been many examples, not only these ones, that since 2008, many examples that I tell you something and it happens. I don't know, for all of you know about all these examples, but maybe one day I can do a compilation of all the examples of things I've said and then it happen. And there will be more if I'm alive. Now, having said all that, if you've been around here for a while, for a few years, you know that my Azasians have a nickname for me. I've showed that on a video years ago, and I showed it on when we had G+ page. Now it's finito, doesn't exist anymore. We had G+ page. I published that the Azasians have a nickname for me, which is Zaza. Oh, Azazian, Azazel, Zaza. Zaza is my nickname. It's what my Azasians call me, Zaza. And I've shown many things like on G+ and a couple of videos years ago. Zaza, and this is thousands of years old. It's not new. They call me Zaza. It's a term of endearment. It sounds more heartfelt than Azazel. Yeah, Zaza. It's fine. We have, as you know, the cause has many businesses around the world. Some run by Caristos hybrids, others are humans who work with the Caristos. And the symbols, the signs, and even the names are all over they all have them. And I've shown many in all continents of the world. If you've been around here for a while, you know I've showed you many cases. Some are more obvious than others. Some, have the trident, the Azazel symbol. Others have the M, Mother, Goddess, Mater. Others are more obvious and just put Zaza in the name, as the name of their business. There's many. Here's some examples of some of our businesses. Some are run by humans who serve the cause. Others by Caristos hybrids. Here's some, just some. Clear? Yeah, there's a lot more for you to learn, to know, because, like I said, I've posted more than 10,000 videos, pieces of information, and I haven't even scratched the surface. And I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to do it. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, literally, or in 10 minutes. But well, I had a few more things to say, but I don't have much time. I have to go somewhere. So let me wrap this up. And a while ago, I explained to you why, all these vehicles that came from Russia into Ukraine, so many of them have a Z. That's for Zaza, or Azazel. There are 4 different kinds of markings on the Russian vehicles in Ukraine right now. One has a Z. Those are Azasians. They come from 3 different military bases in Russia. They have the Z. That means Azazel, Azasians. Zaza means Azazel, Azasians. Zaza. That's why the Z. Nobody understood, and people still don't understand. Why do they have a Z? Why did they choose? Why did they choose a Z or a Z? I don't know how you say it. Spray paint, and not only spray paint. Some people thought it was a last-minute thought to put a Z. No, because if you see troops, Russian troops in Ukraine, you see they have patches, sewn-up patches. Sewn-up patches. This was an old plan. It was not something, they drove into Ukraine with a Z spray painted, and then later, oh, this is becoming popular. Let's, ask factories to do an embroidered Z. No. They were already coming with that Z. But, tanks and vehicles, you're not going to put embroidery. This is spray painted. But the troops already went into Ukraine with a Z embroidered in their uniforms, patches and all of that. So before they were using it years ago, as long as there were Azizians bases there. They already used those patches, nothing new. Now it became popular. So every time you see the Z in Russian vehicles or patches on Russian soldiers, that means Zaza, Azizian, Azazel. What are they doing in Ukraine? Very simple. These are the battalions, the companies who are after mainly, not only, but mainly 75% after Vlach hybrids. They're in Ukraine after areas which are controlled by mainly by Vlach hybrids. Because, you know, in a battalion of Vlach hybrids in Ukraine, there's also humans there that don't know what the hell is going on. But the leaders of those battalions and a lot of soldiers are Vlach hybrids. These Azizians, the Z vehicles, the guys with the Z, they're here mainly to hunt down, kill, or imprison Vlach hybrids. Now, men also, I've also seen Russian vehicles with a V.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
Hello, Americans. This is Natasha from Russia, and we want to thank you for all your sanctions, for taking away from our country Coca-Cola, KFC, McDonald's, and all that shit. We understand that you take care of our healthiness. Healthy. And that's why we'll be stronger and more beautiful and without fat. So, we take care of you too. And that's why we cut our gas. So, you have to walk by foot instead of using your cars. Don't thank you. Don't say thank you. Friendship. I am so sorry. I have to go to feed my bear and drink vodka and play balalaika right now. See you later. From Russia with love.
Now the ones with the V does not mean Vlach. Now we've also seen vehicles and also personnel, Russian personnel with a V. This does not mean Vlach, means victory. And the V stands for victory. And these battalions, these companies marked with the V are mainly after Metr hybrids. And that's what they decided to write the V for victory. And they not only, they have many missions, but only after Metr hybrids. Those are the ones with the V. And then you also, but this is much rarer, very rare. You'll see vehicles and boats and stuff with an M. M, goddess, mother, mater, goddess, with an M. M, goddess, mother, mater, goddess, with the M. Those ones are after the leadership, not an army, not a battalion, not a company, the leadership of either Lash hybrid battalions or Met hybrid battalions or others. It's a very small group, so you don't see that in many vehicles, the M for mother, for goddess. But those are special teams that are going after the leadership. So right now, you see things that I've been telling you for how many years. You have the Z on vehicles, Zaza. You have the V or Victory, which some people say it's Flash. It doesn't matter. And you have the M. And then you also have the Russian vehicles and troops who have no markings at all. You don't see a Z, you don't see a V, you don't see a M. They don't have markings. And that's the main bulk of the Russian troops in Ukraine. That's the main bulk. But, because it became popular in the media to show, vehicles with a Z, became like like pop culture. Became so famous and popular to show that they don't show Russian vehicles with no markings. Now they only show the Z or the V mainly, and they ignore the Russian. They ignore taking photos of Russian vehicles which do not have markings, don't have the Z, the Z, or the V. Looks better, from a visual point of view to have a marking, the Z or the V. So now they don't even, if they see, not journalists, if they see a Russian vehicle without the Z or the V, it's not an interesting photo. There's a lot of propaganda and public relations about it, but the majority of the vehicles, the big bulk, they don't have any markings, and those are doing what happens in the wars, fighting humans, humans fighting humans. Those ones are not after hybrids. They don't even know, most of them, about Karishtus hybrids or Met hybrids or Lash hybrids. They're just regular army, so no spray paint Z or V's, and they're just doing what armies do, fighting each other. And so those are the four things. You have the Z, Zaza, you have the V for Victory, you have the M, Goddess, and you have the non-marked vehicles, which are the big bulk. But I repeat, that's just because that journalists find it more exotic and fun to show, more interesting to show vehicles with markings, because they could take photos of most kind of vehicles without markings. So now you know. Be well. See you soon, maybe.
A woman saw the beautiful, glowing figure of a man with outstretched hands.
You are dealing with something that has never occurred on this planet before.
This is not a game.
Contain the spread of misinformation.
This is not a game.
The pain is unimaginable.
This is not a game.
You can see him, and you cannot touch him. Do you understand?
This is not a game. 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 This is not a game.
What happened then? What happened after? All of it. All of it.
This is not a game.
Madness.